I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 2 English lesson on subject verb agreement. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts, grade 2. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of subject-verb agreement. All right. So our chapter is subject-verb agreement. Our subject is English Language Arts, grade 2. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of subject-verb agreement is one or more than one, and to use the correct subject or the correct verb. All right. So when it comes to subject verb agreement, right, then your subject needs to agree with the verb, right? And a subject is either the person, the thing, the animal, right? The place, or more like it names a person, animal, place, or thing, right? That does the action. And when it comes to subject verb agreement, we have singular subjects and we have plural subjects. When we have our singular subjects, right, remember singular refers to one person, one animal, one place, or one thing, right? And then if we have plural subjects names more than one person, more than one animal, more than one place, or more than one thing. All right. So we have singular subjects and we have plural subjects, right? And our singular subjects, it names one person, animal, place, or thing. And when our subject is plural, right, then we need to use When our subject is singular, we need to use a singular verb. And if we look at an example of a singular subject, right? So once again, we said that we have a singular subject, and our singular subject, it needs to basically, when we say it needs to agree with the singular verb, because then it basically just means that when we have a singular subject, we need to use a singular verb. And that is what we mean when we say that your subject needs to agree with the verb. Because a singular subject, which is it names a person, one animal, one place, or one thing, right? And when we use a singular subject, or when our subject is singular, we need to use a singular verb. A verb that also refers to one person, one animal, one place, one thing doing an action or doing something. And when we have a singular subject or singular verb, right, our singular verbs needs to end either in s, or our verbs will end in es. So we said our singular verb is going to end either in s, or it's going to end in es. And if we look at an example, right, of our singular subject with our singular verb that ends with s or es, right? It says Sarah visits her grandma. Sarah visits her grandmother. And we say my cat washes, and as you can see, we add in es. Washes her paws. Then we have also a plural subject, right? And plural subjects, right, like we said, it names more than one person. So two or more animal, two or more places or things. And when our subject is plural, right, it names a person, animal, place, or thing. If that is plural, that refers to more than one person, right? Then we use a plural verb. All right. So we said that when we have our plural subject, right, which refers to more than one person, more than one animal, more than one place, or more than one thing, right? And then when the subject is plural, refers to more than one person, animal, place, or thing, then we use a plural verb. And a plural verb, it usually do not end. It does not. It do not end with e or es. S or es. And if we look at an example, right, of a plural subject with a plural verb, and then it says Kyle and Jesse walk home. Kyle and Jesse walk home. And as you can see, walk doesn't end with an S. And remember with our verb does not end with an S or ES. And it says Kyle and Jesse. Kyle and Jesse refers to two people. They walk home. All right, so it says Kyle and Jesse walk home. So if you look at the word walk, right? Walk, it basically it's an action, it tells us what they are doing, right? But it does not end with an is. All right. So we said walk. Walk is basically without the S, and that basically shows the plural form of the verb. Another one says the flowers, referring to more than one flower, more than one flower. So if the flowers grow in the garden, and grow is our verb that indicates the plural verb, which is refers to more than one. All right. And then once again, we said we have our singular subjects and we have our plural subjects. Singular subjects names, um, it names one person, one animal, one place, or one thing, right? And we said that when a subject is singular, it refers to one person, animal, place, or thing, right? Then it means that we need to use a singular verb. All right. If we were to look, for example, look at that sentence and how the sentence is written, right? We need to, of course, like we said, like our subject or our chapter, the name of our chapter is subject verb agreement. Our subject needs to be in agreement with our verb, and vice versa. Our verb needs to be in agreement with the subject. All right. So now let's go to A plus students at say A, where we are going to continue our subject verb agreement, right? And to also say if it's one or more than one, and to use the correct subject or the verb. So we're going to A plus students, let's say A. All right. So we are by subject verb agreement, and remember we said that our subject needs to agree with our verb. We have singular subjects and we have plural subjects. Singular refers to one person, animal, one place, one thing, right? And then we have our plural subject, which refers to more than one animal, place, animal, or thing. All right. So now we're going to the first lesson, which is one or more than one. And if we look at the word one or more than one, only that I can only think of singular or plural. One refers to singular, more than one refers to it being plural. All right. And then we made mention of our singular subject as well as our plural subjects and how it needs to agree with the verb, right? So now look at the sentence. It says, Corin and Tina look into the window of the toy store. We need to look at that subject, which is Corin and Tina. It's two people. Does it name one person or does it name more than one person? Corin and Tina. Does it mention one person or more than one person? All right. And if we were to say, Corin and Tina, we need to say what does it name one person or more than one person? Yes, Corin and Tina refers to, so they are more than one, because they are talking about two people, which is Corin and it is Tina. So it's two people that's doing the action. So now the question is, what are those two people doing? They look into the window of a toy store. They are window shopping. All right. So Corin and Tina is more than one. My friends, look at the word my friends. So now if we look at the word my friends, All right. So my friends, if we look at the word my friends, does my friends name one person or does my friend name more than one person? My friend, does it name one person or more than one person? All right. And if we look at that word my friends, right, then my friends is referring to more than one person. So it refers to more than one person. And the reason why it refers to more than one person is because my friends, it's two or more friends that he is either mentioning, she's mentioning, or so on. All right. So remember, with even when we look at that word, my friends, right, it refers to more than one person because it is my friends. It is plural, and plural refers to anything that is two or more. All right. The next one says, Carl and Johnny sing in a band. Carl and Johnny sing in a band. All right. So if we look at the word my friends and not my friends, sorry, Carl and Johnny sing in a band, but Carl and Johnny specifically. Is Carl and Johnny, right? Does it name one person or does it refer to more than one person within that sentence? Carl and Johnny sing in a band. All right. So now we're going on to our test, right? Where we are going to say, is it one or is it more than one? Meaning we are referring to our subjects, right? All right. All right. So if we look at this word, it says grandma and grandpa walk to the park. Grandma and grandpa walk to the park. We need to look at the subject, which is grandma and grandpa. So now, does it name one person or more than one person? All right. So grandma and grandpa, is that referring to one person or is that referring to more than one person? Grandma and grandpa, one person or more than one person? All right. And if we were to select the correct one, that basically tells us if this is referring to one person or more than one person. All right. Yes. So if we were to say if grandma and grandpa is referring to one or more than one, then we will go with option two. So well done. Option two is correct because we're referring to more than one person, which is grandma and it is grandpa. So option two is correct. Well done. Dad and I know the secret number. Dad and I know the secret number. And if we were to say, look at dad and I, is that referring to one person, which is option one, or it's referring to more than one person? All right, so if we refer to dad and I, then we are referring to more than one person because it is you and it is your dad. It's two people, right? And yes, that is correct. Carl and Johnny sing in a band. Carl and Johnny sing in a band. Does it name one person or does it name more than one person? So Carl and Johnny sing in a band. All right, so if we refer to Call and Johnny, right? Call and Johnny is two people. So we can say Call and Johnny is more than one person. Yes, so well done. Nicole finds the eggs in the hen house. It is after looking at the subject, right? We need to find if it's one or more than one. Nicole. Nicole finds the eggs in the house, in the hen house. All right, so if we refer to Nicole, Nicole is only one person. So now, if we were to answer that question, does one person or more than one person? The first option that refers to Nicole as being one, right, goes with that sentence that says, does it name one person or more than one person? Because now we can really see how it just mentions one person, Nicole, which is one person. All right, so the boys, right, a person or more than one person. So we can say the boys is more than one because they are two. The same with my aunt, right? All right. So when we say my aunt is one person or thing. All right. So that is a good job. All right. Let us go to use the correct subject, or we're going to use the correct verb, right? So we're going to use the correct subject or use the correct verb. It says John and Logan. It refers to more than one person, right? So John and Logan. Do we say John and Logan? Do we say John and Logan clean the house? Or do we say John and Logan cleans the house on Saturday? We need to choose the correct one where the subject agrees with the verb. All right, so we need to choose the correct one. It says, John and Logan. Do we say clean the house on Saturdays? Or do we say cleans the house on Saturdays? All right, so we say that John and Logan. Since we are referring to two people, a subject, two people that's doing the action, and then we can say they clean the house on Saturdays because we say without the S. All right. All right, so we clean. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to our test and we are now going to say we're going to use the correct subject or the verb that basically goes either with the correct verb or the verb that goes with the correct subject. Like over here, we need to choose the best subject. It says, do we say dad holds my hand when we cross the street, or do we say my brothers holds my hand when we cross the street? We need to choose the correct one. Remember, we said our subject, if it refers to one person doing an action, then our subject that refers to one person the verb will end with an S. If it's more than one person doing an action, and then our verb will not end with an S. And yes, so which means that we will say dad, which refers to one person, holds my hand. So well done. Dad's is correct. Okay, another one. It says likes. That's our verb. So we need to choose the best subject. Do we say Seth and Emily likes our dog Lola a lot? Or do we say my friend likes our dog Lola a lot? We need to choose the correct or the best subject that goes with the rest of our sentence. So Seth and Emily likes our dog Lola a lot, or do we say my friend likes Lola a lot? We need to choose the correct or the best subject that goes with the rest of that sentence. All right, and if we choose the correct one, we will say my friend likes our dog Lola a lot. All right, let's do the last one. It says John and Logan refers to two people. John and Logan. Do we say cleans the house on Saturdays, or do we say John and Logan clean the house on Saturdays? So John and Logan cleans the house on Saturdays, or John and Logan clean the house on Saturdays? And if we were to choose the correct one, then we'd say John and Logan clean the house on Saturdays. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on subject verb agreement. In our next lesson, we will continue by doing pronoun verb agreement. But for now, this is the end of our lesson. We said our subject needs to agree with our verb. We have a singular subject that needs to agree with a singular verb. And we have a plural subject that must agree with a plural verb. Singular subjects refers to one person, animal, place, or thing, and our verb ends with an S. Plural subjects refers to two or more people, persons, animals, places, or things, and our verbs do not end with an S. All right, so thank you very much, grade twos, for joining our lesson. This is the end of our lesson on subject verb agreement. You should have a good weekend further. So, till next time, goodbye.